Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Neek Lynn, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is the place where braiders turn to learn braided hairstyles, develop tenacious hustle, and flourish in hope. So for today's style, we are going to jump right in and we are going to start these pop smokes. If you've been following me for a while now, you know that I am all about the setup. I'm all about pre-parting. I really think that it prevents disappointments when doing your braids. So I am always going to pre-part out my styles. So this style is going to consist of 8 braids in total. As you can see, I have the right side completed already with 4 braids coming right down on the side. Now, anytime that you're going to do a style that requires symmetry, meaning basically that you're going to have the same thing on each side, once you have one side set up, the second side is going to come along a little bit easier as long as you line it up using your first side as the guide. The main thing I love about pre-parting out your styles is that if you are really looking to clean up your styles and get the best style that you can, what pre-parting allows you to do is to go back and fix any mistakes. So for me, it might not be lined up right away, but once I have the whole thing lined up, then I can always go back and fix anything, straighten anything out, and really do those hyper details that really take a style from good to great. Once you have your style set up, you can go ahead and start the process for your feed-in braids. So for this particular style, I attempted to do stitch braids. And so what I'm gonna do is, now that my sections are all separated, I'm gonna go ahead with my Shine and Jam. You guys know I always use Shine and Jam. I would love to try some other gels. I keep hearing about the O gel, which is supposed to be really good as well. And so I would love to try that. But so far, I have just always used Shine and Jam. It works for me on multiple textures of hair, so that's just what I have decided to use once again. And so I'm going to just make sure that the sides of the hair is thoroughly gelled down. This helps for molding, and it really helps me set up the style for my stitch braids. So once I set up the section to start the braid, then I'm going to go ahead and divide that section in half. Now, you guys have probably seen me do this on multiple other videos, but this is just something that works for me when it comes to stitch braids. I don't consider myself to be the best stitch braider, but it is something that I'm always going to just try my best on. Stitch braids really can appear differently on different textures of hair. So there are times when I do stitch braids and they are very, I don't want to say dominant, but you can really just see them, like they really pop out. And then there's other times where if the person's hair is super thick, they're not as visible. So there's many things to keep in mind when doing stitch braids, but essentially the process is still the same. So as you can see, I'm just pulling in my stitches one by one. And if you take notice to the way that I'm adding the hair in, this is method number 1 on the 5 ways of how to do a feed-in braid video. So this is method number 1. It's the follow the leader method. I like to use this method for stitch braids because it's the method that I feel I have the absolute most control. So if anybody was wondering how I'm adding in this hair, I will go ahead and leave a card in the corner here so that you can also check out the video 5 ways of how to do a feed-in braid, and it is method number 1. So now that we're at the bottom of the braid, I just want to give you a super quick tip. Once I get to the bottom of the braid, I begin to add hair on both sides of the braid. So you can see I just did it there, and now I'm going to add it on the other side as well. What that does is it basically prepares girth for the rest of the braid. And what I mean is that it prepares thickness for the rest of the braid down. Because a lot of times when you're doing stitch braids, you may be adding very small pieces of hair throughout the stitch braid, but when you get down to the bottom, you kind of need to thicken it up because some people want that fullness in their braid. And because that's what my client likes, that's something that I do. Even if I'm doing other feed-in styles, I only do it a few times, but it really does help. So guys, I'm just going to do the same thing as I did for the first braid. As you can see, I'm just moving right along the style. So I'm going to go ahead and let you just watch these next few braids, and then I'll come back when it's time to do the finishing touches. So now it's time for our finishing touches, and to lay her edges down, I am going to go ahead and use the Shine and Jam Silk edges. Now, I do like this edge control, guys. However, if I do not have it, I just use the yellow one still. It works pretty much the same, but the green one is a little bit stiffer. As you know, there are so many different ways that you can do baby hair. Me, I'm pretty simple, so I'm just gonna do a couple swoops. But one little tip is that when you are combing in your baby hairs and you're making it align with the braid, if you can align it with one of the stitches, that does create a little bit more of a cohesive look from your baby hairs right into the braid. Then as always, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tropical Roots Mousse. It's my favorite styling foam, guys. A lot of people ask, what is this part for? And so really, it's just to lay down the style. It's very cooling on your client's scalp. It helps lay down all the little flyaways. So it really is a nice step to take to just even enhance your client's style even more. And it really does show that you care about your work when you do this step, and it's a very enjoyable step for your clients. Then last but not least, I am just gonna go ahead and dip her ends. This is to help make them a little more flexible because no one wants stiff braids, y'all. We all know that. So go ahead and again, dip your client's ends. These are just things that really enhance your client's experience with you. Not every braider might do this part, but I'm telling you, when your client sees that you are taking these extra steps and really making sure that their style is set at the end, trust me, it really puts you in a professional position. It really creates for you to be the expert. And so these are just steps that you can take that would really enhance your client's experience. And when your client's experience is enhanced, guys, this is one of those things that can really set you apart from other braiders, possibly in your area, and also charge what you want to charge and what you actually deserve for your work. So now it's time to go ahead and remove these strips. You can see that the baby hairs are still intact. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of finishing spray just to set it off. And yeah, guys, this is the style. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you were able to learn something. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And as always, guys, God bless. Talk to you in the next video.